What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of the AK Show with your boy AK the Ref. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Per usual, don't forget to hit that subscribe button on the YouTube channel. We here, we building, we back, baby. I hope you're having a very great, beautiful day wherever you are, wherever you're watching. Like I said, I appreciate you tuning in. We are here. I know it's been a minute. The last episode I did was talking about Mission Impossible. Go check out that. It's on the YouTube channel. I know it's been a minute. We are here though. I've been busy. We've been doing this real estate thing, trying to get it going. It's a process. It takes time, but we're going to eventually get there. And then the last week, I've been doing some other stuff, and I can't talk about it until probably next year, maybe even further. I don't know, but I'm excited to talk about it when I can. All right. But we are here and we are going to get into it today. As most of you know, I'm a big ass Chiefs fan. I believe the red and gold. I'm just no fair weather fan. I was born into this. Look at my history. Go back to all my social media posts. Anybody that knows me know I'm a diehard Chiefs fan, right? So if it's back already. We got training camps. Preseason starts next month, and then September, boom, regular season. We here. I'm excited for football. So we got to get into it today, and it's just not going to be about the Chiefs, right? Here's what we're doing today. Today, I am making the bold case. Patrick Mahomes isn't just in the GOAT conversation. He's already, yeah, I said it. Say with the chest. So we gonna break down every ring, every MVP, every jaw-dropping play, and why no quarterback in history has ever done it this fast. Yes, and I'm gonna compare it to Brady. Yeah. This is like Jordan LeBron debate, but on football. It's the Mahomes Brady debate. So right? So stick around, because by the end of this episode, you will be ready to shut down any skeptic at your next tailgate, at your next house party, watch party. You'll be able to do this. Just listen. Just listen. Listen, I don't even have to worry about nobody speaking back to me. That's what you're going to do in the comments. If you don't agree, you agree. That's what you do in the comments. So now you got to listen through everything before you can respond. You respond in the comments. If you want to shoot me a video of your response, go ahead. Find me on social media. I will accept those challenges. So we got to start at the beginning. He was drafted 10th overall in 2017. He didn't become the full-time starter until 2018. Yes, he had that one start at the end of the 2017 season against the Broncos, which showed this is what this boy is going to be about, right? And in his first full year starting, he rewrote the record books overnight. He passed for 5,000 yards, a little over 5,000 yards, and he had 50 touchdowns in one season. There was only one other quarterback that did the 5,050, and that was Peyton Manning. No other quarterbacks but those two have done 5,000 passing yards and 50 passing TDs in one season, and he earned his first NFL MVP of the regular season. So right out the gate, Mahomes is already going in the record books, right? But he didn't stop there. He snagged his second MVP in 2022, and he's had like two great Super Bowl comebacks. One against the 49ers in his first Super Bowl, and then the Eagles in his second Super Bowl win, and then his third Super Bowl win against the 49ers in a rematch. He leads them down an incredible drive in overtime. Fourth down, had to go for it, got it, kept going, and then scored the game-winning TD in overtime, right? And don't forget, the first Super Bowl against the 49ers, they're down 10 with what? About under 10 minutes left, and then make the comeback. So, and he hasn't looked back since, right? 3 Super Bowls, right? We're gonna do this. By the time he hit 29, 3 Super Bowl titles, 3 Super Bowl MVPs, 2 league MVPs, all by the time he's 29, and he'll be 30 later in September. So even when he starts the season, he's still gonna be 29 this upcoming season, right? So we have to quantify the greatness and fast track to Canton, right? So achievements by Mahomes by 2025. And I'm going to compare some of Brady's stats throughout his whole career and some through his first 8 seasons. So far in Mahomes' career, by 2025, he's been to 5 Super Bowls. He's won 3. He's lost 2. He's lost 1 to the Eagles. And granted, he lost 1 to Tom Brady. All right? I get that. Brady, throughout his career, Been to 10 Super Bowls, won 7. He's lost 3. And I'm going to get to those 3 losses in a minute. Right? I'm going to get to those 3 losses in a minute. Just hang with me here. Super Bowl MVPs, right? Mahomes has 3. Tom Brady has 5. I expect Mahomes to get a few more Super Bowls, so I think he can reach that 5 Super Bowl MVPs. Regular season MVPs, Mahomes has 2 so far in his career, 2018, 2022. Brady finished his career with 3 regular season MVPs. I expect Mahomes to get at least 1 more, maybe 2 more. I'm not big on regular season stats. Because to me, it only matters what you do in the playoffs and getting that championship and winning a Super Bowl. That's what really matters to me. Stats just add to it. So if you have a whole bunch of championships and you have the stats to go with it, that puts you at the top. That puts you where I think he already is the GOAT. I get it. He lost to Brady. I get it. But I don't care. That's irrelevant. And maybe it's not irrelevant, but I don't care. We're going to continue, right? So, passing yards through first 8 seasons for each quarterback. Mahomes, just a little over 32,000 passing yards. Brady, just over 26,000. So we're looking about a little under 6,000 yard difference in passing yards. TD passes, Mahomes is sitting at 245. Brady, and don't forget this, Mahomes was the fastest player to 200 passing TDs with 84 games. It took Brady 116 games to reach 200. And through his first 8 seasons, Brady had 197 passing TDs. All right. Granted, Brady holds the record for the most passing TDs in history. And he played till he was 40, 41, 42, 43, something like that. So he's sitting at 649. Right now, Mahomes is at 245. I think I did the math. He needs like 400 something more. He needs like 400 something more. I think he'll at least get 300. Mahomes, that'll put him, if he gets 300, that'll put him at what, 45? That's not bad. I'm sorry. But I don't think Mahomes is going to play into his early 40s like Brady did. I don't see that being the case. I really don't. Where Mahomes be 30 by late September. Yeah, let's change that number. I think Mahomes will get 400 more total TD passes by the time he retires. I think he retires before he's 40. That's what I think. So let's keep it moving. Rushing yards so far in Mahomes' career, he's got a little over 2,400. Brady just had a little over 1,100 in his entire career. And these are all stats for the regular season, right? If you have the stats, you're going to go to the Hall of Fame. You don't get into the Hall of Fame based on championships. Maybe quarterbacks do, but every other position, you don't get into the Hall of Fame based on championships. They base quarterbacks on that, getting into the Hall of Fame. So I think even if Mahomes, with all his stats he has so far, by the time before he's 30, if he hangs up his cleats today, his resume is can ready. He'd be a first ballot Hall of Famer. In 8 seasons, he's stacked accomplishments that took Brady 2+ decades to compile. Think about that. Think about everything I'm saying before you get to the comments and respond. All right? He's done more. And I'm telling you, if he retired today, said I'm done, he's going to Canton. End of story. It only took him 8 seasons. He's already got a Hall of Fame resume through his first 8 seasons. What are we talking about here? As we move on, forget those slow burn careers of yesteryears. Mahomes exploded onto the scene and has maintained that supernova trajectory ever since. Listen, you see his unmatched playmaking ability. And granted, I get Lamar's got playmaking ability. Josh Allen. At one point, Aaron Rodgers had it. Damn, I can't even think. Who else is... Some people will say Burrow, but until he can prove he can stay healthy, I just can't put him in that conversation. There's other quarterbacks that have that unmatched playmaking ability, but not to the level of Mahomes. We over here doing no-look passes, rope throws on the run, backyard-style improvisation. He's improvising. It's like schoolyard backyard football that you just running around and be like, I got you over here, boom, throwing across his body, making throws that, nobody was throwing like that back in the day. Nobody was making throws like that. He's making plays left to right, scrambling. Mahomes has engineered 19 fourth quarter comebacks and directed 23 game-winning drives. Man, stop it. That boy is special. You just got to accept it, right? And listen, he's in this era of offensive revolution, right? He's playing in the most friendly quarterback era ever. RPOs, spread concepts, no huddles, right? But you say, yeah, he's playing in the era, he has an advantage, but none of his contemporaries match his blend of arm talent and escapability. Maybe Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson do. I'll give him that. Like, I don't think they match him in what he's been able to do and make it to these Super Bowls and make it to 7 straight AFC Championship games, right? Who's doing that? Like, these quarterbacks are playing in the same era of Patrick Mahomes, and he's up here and they're down here. I'm sorry, they are. They don't match what he does on the field. In the regular season, in the playoffs, in the Super Bowl, they don't match, right? And he has sustained excellence. 6 consecutive seasons with a passer rating of above 100. Only QB to record 50 touchdown passes and 5,000 yards in a season in the NFL. Like I said, Peyton Manning was the only other person to do that, right? And that's not a fluke. That's a new bar for quarterbacks. He set the bar. When he came in and he had his first full season as a starter, he set the bar. He set the bar. That's the bar for quarterbacks now. Everybody wants a Patrick Mahomes. They don't want anybody else. They want to find that next Patrick Mahomes. That's where we're at, right? Everybody wanted to find the next Brady, right? They were like, we got to find the next Tom Brady. Then Patrick Mahomes came along, and he's just fucking changed the whole fucking game. And now everybody wants to find their fucking Patrick Mahomes. People are not talking about they want to find the next Brady. They talking about we want to find the next Patrick Mahomes. What are we doing here, right? And now we're going to crunch these numbers side by side. Super Bowl winning percentage, 3 for 5, 60% for Mahomes, 70% for Brady, 7 out of 10. Simple math. Let's go yards per game. Mahomes 285 yards per game, Brady at 244. Rear QBR from ESPN. Mahomes is 71.8. Brady 63.5 QBR. So Mahomes leads in both efficiency and volume, despite defenses scheming specifically to stop him, right? Defenses scheme specifically to stop Patrick Mahomes. And I'm going to remind you again, I will keep reminding you of this. He's doing all this before his 30th birthday. He'll start the season at 29. His birthday's not until later in September. I'm always going to reiterate that he's all doing this before his 30th birthday, right? Just remember that. He has, and as we move on and we talk about Mahomes' greatness, it just isn't in the numbers. Mahomes has changed fan culture. Nationwide, the Mahomes movement, the jerseys, the TikToks, the viral highlight packages, the commercials, every endorsements, you see Mahomes everywhere now, right? And State Farm, Adidas, Oakley, even here locally in Kansas City with Hy-Vee. At one point, he had his own cereal. He's got his own shoes with Adidas. I mean, he's got endorsements throughout the wazoo. You see him in everything. NFL marketing, outside NFL, T-Mobile. He's just become that transcendent superstar that is like, wow, this is amazing, right? And he plays for my team. He plays for the Chiefs, and I love it, right? And he's got redefined leadership skills, right? He's very composed under pressure, yet he's approachable and community-focused off the field. Listen, he's got the 15 in the Mahomes Foundation, where he wants to get kids to read. He works with other charities too. He's a great person, right? Right. And this is what I'm talking about. When you talk about GOAT, you talk legacy. And Mahomes is building his at warp speed, not just on the field, but off the field too. This is something. And I get like the Hall of Fame, like it does not matter what you do off the field, but we're just talking about the GOAT stats and his legacy and what he's doing on and off the field. I think you should take that into account. Because were fans talking about Brady having some legacy off the field? No, because he was being accused of cheating when he was playing with the Patriots. That's a fact. Name one time Mahomes has been accused of cheating on the field. Go ahead. I'll wait. Drop it in the comments. Go ahead. I'll wait. When you drop it after you watch this video, go ahead. I'll be waiting on the comments for that particular. I know everybody's going to have comments about this, but I get it, right? You're not going to find an instance where Mahomes has cheated, right? You'll find multiple rumors and accusations against Brady because they did get fined, so it did happen. It's not like I'm sitting here talking on my ass, right? But man, it's gonna drop in the comments. Mahomes has the refs, so that's how he cheats. And I'll be like, I'm just gonna reply to that comment. You're funny. It may be deleted because it's so ignorant and stupid. But aside from that, I'm not the only one saying these type of things. There's other people, whether it's media, whether it's players that played against him or coaches that are coached against him. I'm not the only one saying these things, right? Listen, here's what people are saying about Mahomes. Tom Brady, if it's a one-score game, this is a quote from Tom Brady, I'm taking Patrick Mahomes anytime because he just has that championship DNA. That's somebody that played against Mahomes multiple times in the playoffs, in the Super Bowl. And that's what he said. Tyler Dunn, he's the mountain you must climb. He's special. Kyle Shanahan, who's coached in 2 Super Bowls against Mahomes. Pat is as good as it gets. He's been as good as it gets since the first year he got to play. Almost every game comes down to that last possession, and he's as good as anyone in those moments. Those are from people that have played against Mahomes, watched Mahomes, and coached against Mahomes. Those are what people are saying about it. Now, I told you I was going to get into some of those Super Bowl losses for Mahomes and Brady because we know every legend, every GOAT, every Hall of Famer, every person that you talk about that is that superstar player, they have setbacks, right? And we're gonna compare those setbacks. And I'm only talking about Super Bowl losses. I don't want to talk about playoff losses. I mean, it's part of the playoff. This is just Super Bowl losses. Mahomes has been to 5 Super Bowls. He's won 3. He's come up short twice, right? Super Bowl in 2021. He played Tom Brady. I get it. That was the one. Everybody, if he doesn't beat Tom Brady here, he can't be ever considered the GOAT, which is a bold-faced lie. They got their asses whipped that game. 31-9, right? Defeated to Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, right? I could bring up they had no offensive line, but what's the defense is excuse for that game? Offense got an excuse. They had no offensive line. They're running out there with third stringers playing offensive line because the regular offensive line got hurt up until that point, right? But don't act like we didn't come back the next year and go back to another AFC Championship game. Granted, we lost that, but what happened after that loss? We went to 3 straight Super Bowls, and it ends up where he won 2, and then he lost the third. When they got to the third straight one, he lost the second Super Bowl to a rematch with Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles, and they got mollywopped. No doubt about it. I don't care. But I'm not saying, listen, he lost to 2 great teams and fucking great to good quarter. Good. Jalen Hurts is a great quarterback. He's a very good quarterback. I'm going to get to this in a bit. He lost to Tom Brady and he lost to Jalen Hurts in the Super Bowls. Those are 2 fucking good to great quarterbacks, right? Can we all agree on that? Let's take a look at Tom Brady's losses in the Super Bowl. And what quarterbacks he lost to, right? He lost to Eli Manning twice. Nobody in God's green earth is saying Eli Manning is the best quarterback ever. Listen, Eli Manning's probably not even on people's top 10 list of great quarterbacks. You name 10 quarterbacks right now throughout the history of the NFL. I guarantee you Eli Manning is not on that list. Granted, the Hall of Fame because he got the 2 Super Bowls and he ruined Brady and the Patriots undefeated Super Bowl undefeated year with 18-1 must hurt. You lost to Eli Manning. Eli Manning is not something special. I'm just saying. And then in his 3rd Super Bowl loss, mind you, all these losses came with the Patriots. See, yeah, he won the one with the Bucks, but mind you, his 3rd one, he lost against the Eagles. Who was the quarterback? It wasn't Carson Wentz because Carson Wentz got hurt. Foles took over, led the rest of the playoffs with the Philadelphia Eagles, and then proceeded to beat Tom Brady, a backup. He lost to a backup. That's what I'm talking about here. Y'all saying Mahomes' Super Bowl losses, his 2 were bad because they got their asses whooped, but he lost to respectable quarterbacks in Tom Brady and Jalen Hurts. Brady lost twice to Eli Manning. Who I'm saying? He's an average quarterback. Let's just be real. He's an average quarterback. He ain't the best. He's good. He's good, right? Is he better than Jalen Hurts? Can you sit here and say, is Eli Manning better than Jalen Hurts? You don't think he's better than Tom Brady, but is he better than Jalen Hurts? No, I don't think so. Because the 2 Super Bowls Jalen Hurts played against Mahomes, he was playing well in the first one they lost, and he played damn well in the second one they won. So Jalen Hurts is a better quarterback than Eli Manning. We know Tom Brady's a better quarterback than Eli Manning, and his team just got it done that game. Them 2 games in the Super Bowl. But then we're talking about Nick Foles, a backup quarterback who beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. I'm done. Don't tell me this shit. I don't care about those Super Bowl losses and them getting their ass kicked. I can accept that they lost to Tom Brady and Jalen Hurts. Can you imagine if Mahomes lost to Eli Manning twice and Nick Foles? Y'all would be the end of the world and back be like, he sucks. He's not the GOAT. Look who he lost to. Well, I'm here to say Brady lost to these two quarterbacks, twice by Eli Manning and once by a backup in Nick Foles. I'm sorry. Those are not the best of the best. That's what we always like to do to quarterback comparison. Even though they're technically not playing each other on the field, that's the matchup you go with. He lost to Eli Manning twice and a backup in Nick Foles in the Super Bowl. Who has the more respectable losses against the QBs? I guarantee it's Patrick Mahomes. And we're not saying sit here Eli Manning's better than Jalen Hurts. You're not going to say he's better than Tom Brady. And you sure as damn hell not going to say Nick Foles is better than either Jalen Hurts or Tom Brady. Let's just get that for a fact, right? And I'll tell you this. You want to talk critics? All the people out there. What real gripe do you have against Mahomes? Go ahead. I'll wait. None. You don't. Because you all know he's a stand-up person. Off the field, community focused. He's humble in victory. He can be petty at times. And I love that. I love when my players are petty. He is humble. He don't go around in the media and start talking shit. On the field, yeah, he may be talking shit. You have to be on the field talking shit. But when he's talking in the media, he's humble about it. He's a stand-up guy. He's humble in victory. He's community focused. And the only really hate that he gets is because he keeps winning. That's really the only hate he gets is because he keeps winning. You can't find a legit reason to hate Mahomes. Everybody found legit reasons to hate Brady. He was not very likable during his playing days, right? With the whole cheating thing and everything like that, he wasn't that likable. But now since he's retired, he's become more likable. I'll get that. But during his playing career, you didn't like Brady. But listen, I didn't like Brady because he wasn't on my team. I only root for the Chiefs. I knew he was good. I knew he was, okay, this is probably the GOAT. But I didn't like it because I wanted my team to win. You find me a legit reason why you don't like Patrick Mahomes. And the only legit reason, it's not even a legit reason, is because he just keeps winning. Because we don't like to see people win all the time. We be like, no, we want somebody new. I don't care. But that's how it is, right? Here's the final call of this whole conversation. Patrick Mahomes has done more faster than any QB in the history of the NFL. 3 rings, 3 Super Bowl MVPs, 2 regular season MVPs, and we're still counting because he's still got to play. And he's done all of this by the age of 30. Career longevity and volume give Brady an edge for the all-time resume, but Mahomes questionably higher. So I'm going to go firm on this. You can quote me on this, and we can revisit this in another 10 years, right? When Mahomes' playing career is done, put some respect on his name. I'm naming Patrick Mahomes the GOAT. Plain and simple. And if you disagree, well, prepare to bow down. That's what I got. Ha! Mahomes is the GOAT. We'll see it. I put money on it. You know what I was talking about? So excited. I saw it this past week. I saw it last week on Friday. Talking about you know what I'm talking about. No spoilers. Just go watch it. That'll be the next episode. But like I said, don't forget to subscribe. He's in that GOAT conversation. I want to know what you think. And before I leave today, I do want to give this how I think Mahomes' career will finish. He's at 3 Super Bowl victories. Not how I finish. I think if he finishes with 5 and the stats go along with it, Super Bowl MVPs go along with it, and a few more regular season MVPs, I think he's the GOAT. I know he don't have the 7, but you finish with 2 more, couple more Super Bowl MVPs to add to that, a few more regular season MVPs, and you keep building those stats. How can you not say he's the GOAT? But I think if he gets 6 Super Bowl championships, that's 1 away from Brady, and he finishes with stats and MVPs and regular season and Super Bowl MVPs and the stats to go along with it, he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. I don't care. I don't care that he lost in the Super Bowl, because if he wins 3 more, let's say, because he's win to 5, he wins 3, he goes to 3 more, that'll put him at 8 Super Bowls, and he wins 3 more? 6 out of 8. Yeah, I think he gets 3 more. If he gets to 6 total, it's over. You add the stats along with it, it's over. I think he's the GOAT. Put him at the top. I mean, you could probably put at 1A, 1B, really, if he gets to 6. I don't think he needs to get to 7. If he gets 5 or 6, he's the GOAT. I don't care. I get that, especially if he gets to 5 or 6 in less Super Bowls and it took Brady to get to 7. What are we talking about here? That's what I have. I want to hear you in the comments. Put in the comments. Let's do it. Listen, I'm AK the Rev. You know me. Chiefs all day, every day. We going back to the Super Bowl. He's getting his 4th this fucking year. So listen, stay blessed. Keep debating. All my sports people out there, keep debating. We love it, right? And I'll catch you next time. So on the AK show, because we're going to be talking about the 4. Fantastic 4. I'm such a nerd. I fucking love it. But I'm out. Peace.